Alright, well, I just got back from Mike's because I needed to weld those, what do you call it? What's the word I'm trying to think of? I needed to weld those modified connecting rods together where I spliced them. And I don't have a welder, so I went over there. He's got a little 110. Now, I've watched a lot of you guys use a wire welder over and over again, but I never have. So I'm going to show you how it turned out for me. I guess it was my first lesson in it, so it, went okay. But I'll show you. I'm not ashamed. Let's take a look here. I cleaned them up just a little bit with a wire wheel. Let me get my glasses down so I can see what we're looking at. But I need to grind off those little BBs, make it look a little better, but that didn't turn out bad at all. So, I don't know, I might have to get me one of them there fancy machines you young guys use. Maybe I've been missing out all these years. Here's the other one. So, yeah, I'm not even going to grind them down. They don't need to be. So I guess I'm a welder now. That's all it takes to be a YouTube welder is, 15 minutes of experience, right? Alright. Alright. Here's how they look painted. Not too shabby. Tomorrow after they've dried, got a little harder, we'll get them on the axle and finish them up. I've got these bolted on, the top mounts and shocks hanging there. Got that on both sides. So yeah, I can't get over how well that little 110 welder worked. Man, it really drove that weld into them. I didn't know if it'd be a hot enough thing to do that. I made darn sure they were good and clean. I might have to get me one of those little 110 jobs. Whoop, where you at here? Yeah. Or, keep dropping hints between now and Christmas. So, that's probably the last thing I got to weld on it, but you never know. Now that I know how. See, Kyle, I've been paying attention. Yeah, you're a good instructor. Okay, well, raining out there today. We haven't had a lot of rain this year, but it's a good soaker. Anyways, yesterday we painted these mounts. Well, we welded them together at Mike's house and we painted them up. It turned out pretty good. So now we're gonna bolt all this together and see how it looks. Probably not gonna take it out there for a test drive because I don't wanna have to sit here and clean it all up. So we'll wait till the street's dry at least. So I'll get you set up and we'll bolt her together. Alright, there we go. Let's see if we can get this put together here. See if all my calculations are correct. Let's see, which way? I need one of these. And we need another one. And we need to this up in here. Oh, too far. What was that? Oh. Let's see. Where's my wrench? Like I'll probably have to repaint the heads on these bolts, which I kind of saw coming. We'll just shoot them. We'll just shoot them with a little black. No big deal. And, oh, I'm never going to be able to reach that. There we go. Yeah. Whoop. Fits that perfectly. Funny enough, I just bought this wrench at the Salvation Army the other day. I think that's where I got it. Some junk shop I was in. Yeah. And today I'm using it. What do they call that? Serendipity or dippity doodah or something? Okay. Now, let's see, I've got the bolt to the inside. I need this on there. I know it'll fit. At least I'm pretty sure. Had it on there once. The nuts on it. Oh. Yeah. That seems right, doesn't it? I don't know. Yeah. Tighten these up. Now when I tighten this one, I should be lining the whole thing up. Come on, fumbly grandpa, get it on there. seems about right. Are we lined up? Yeah. Now, tighten these up. Tight as the hubs of hell. Yeah. It's safe to say these connecting rods will never be in a Chev 6 again. Unless somebody's really desperate. Okay. Tight, tight, tight. I gotta lay down under there and put lock washers on there. Wow. I think that's gonna work, man. I'm pretty happy with that. Let's see. Get you down in there so you can see it good. There's the connecting rod bracketry. Hooks on there. There's the, let's see, what do we call that? A spring hanger bracketry that we've chopped up, you know, we've chopped up perfectly good Model T parts there and made that. So yeah, there she is. Pretty happy. Can't do much better than that. I'll get down there and put them lock washers on, and we'll wait for the streets to dry off, which it looks like they're trying to do, and we'll go out and find out this is the worst idea I've ever had. I don't know, I think that'll be all right. Okay. Now we need to think about the front, what we want to do. That's for another day. Alright, we're going to try out these shock absorbers. I don't have anybody to film, so I guess you're going to ride and see. I got a camera down there on the actual mechanism, but who knows if that's going to work or not. We'll find out. Here we go. moving along here. Feels a little more stable, maybe. I don't know. Probably all in my head. It was all for nothing, as usual. Oh, there we go. Stop sign. Well, let's see what we got. See if anything moved around. That looks like it's in the same spot. That one does too. They're still tight. Well, I don't know. What do you guys think? I'm going to call it a success. Whoop. Better shut this off. Yeah. I'm going to call it a success. Seems a little firmer. Doesn't hop, skip, and jump when you go around a bend and there's like seams in the road. Because it used to kind of skitter to the side a little bit. Not as much with these balloon tires because they're a lot wider than the old cinchers. Those big, skinny, thin ones. Still, I'd skitter a little bit. Yeah, pretty happy with it. Let's see, what's next? Always got to be a what's next. These are never done, are they? I'll go in the house there and see if that video that I shot from the running board with that one camera. I got one of those little, I'll show it to you. It's a little knockoff GoPro. I think it was like, I don't know, 70 bucks or something. But it films good, but the audio is just useless. I don't know what it is with these cameras. They evidently don't spend any time on the audio portion when they're designing them. Now my Sony here, it's got good sound. I don't use external mics or anything because, you know, I'm cheap and that's just not going to happen. So whatever camera I'm using has to have good sound. In fact, this Sony is the only camera I've ever had that did have good sound. Not, you know, not that I've had 1,000 cameras, but yeah. Well, what are we going to do to the old girl now? I suppose we ought to think about some shock absorbers up front too, huh? Yeah, if we can find a good deal on some. When I say good deal, I mean almost free. Of course, you know, this winter I still have plans of putting different rods in it and those high dome pistons I got. Still have plans. I don't know if the radiator's empty or it actually decided to stop leaking at the pump. One of the two. I think she probably needs a quart of oil in her, or half quart at least. Let's see if the odometer's still working. Yeah. More on there than the last time I drove it. Speedometer's working. So, I don't know. We'll figure out something. I'm gonna put all this stuff away, go in the house, get some lunch, make sure Earl's got lunch, and I'll take the chip out of that little camera and see what I got. So let's go in the house and be hugely disappointed, okay? Well, it's getting closer to Christmas time, and of course our thoughts turn to nostalgia. Well, mine have gone that direction. What we got here is a little bit of a project that's going to go on this winter. Let me get you up here where you can actually see this thing. This is my first guitar that I ever got in my life. Actually, this is what's left of it. Time has taken its toll. I believe it came from, what the heck does that say? I don't know, we'll have to check into that more. I probably came from JCPenney, because that's where everything our folks got us for Christmas usually came from. I was 14, 1974. Man, I learned everything I know on this. Took it a lot of places, on a lot of, campfires and whatnot. The problem is the neck came loose, kind of came off, and I tried my best to kind of figure out how to fix it, but I didn't have any tools, didn't know what I was doing, and so it's been like this since, oh my God, since I was in my early 20s. It's been two pieces, and how it ever got this far without being thrown away, I will never know, because I've had plenty of opportunities through many different houses and many different moves. This could have ended up just thrown away, but here, I'll hold it up and see what we're dealing with here. Pretty nasty, and it's dirty. The back is starting to, starting to come apart right in there. But if you look inside, in here, there's no cracks back in the back of this. So this is some lamination that's coming off here. I don't think we're even going to worry about that too much. But basically it's the neck. So we're going to do that. And here's my cob job that I started trying to make a new piece here. I don't know, it's not too bad for probably using a pocket knife. But yeah, we're going to try to, and we'll try to fill this in here where I used a big old screw right there. Man, I was desperate. This does have a truss rod in it, which I'm surprised, and the neck's fairly straight. Can you believe that? So this is going to be kind of a little project. I think the first thing I'll do is get you in here where you can see, and we'll do a little bit of a cleanup on it. Probably would like to have the radio on, but we all know that's not going to happen. Although I probably could listen to it and just put some music over this. probably tell. Here, I gotta get where I can see this. I don't know if you can see this or not, but let me stand behind it. Maybe I can focus in on it. Right in this area here, right in here. And I don't know if that's fly shit or if it's paint or, you know, whatever. I'm gonna have to work on that a little harder to get it off there. The back came clean pretty good. You gotta remember, this thing was sitting out in the garage for, well, I've lived here, let's see, I lived here 23 years, so it's been there, out in the garage every winter, every summer, never been in the house. Before that, I don't even know where I kept it. I'm just shocked that I even still have this. But there it is. I'm looking right at it. There it is, as they say. So, I mean, there's all kinds of cobbed up stuff on this, but you know, I'm gonna have to get some tuners or something and fix that. I'm missing a bushing there. Maybe I can come up with something. I see I made a bushing there out of a pin somewhere along the line. This is something I wanted to show you. These marks here, those are from my fingernails when I was learning to play. As you can tell, I learned a lot of open chords at the beginning because there's not as much wear up here. Yep, dug right through there. Oh. I didn't have an instructor. I taught myself how to play, so I spent a lot of hours with this guitar when I should have been out chasing girls, I guess. But the guitar was easier to catch than the girls were, so there you go. I'm going to try to